Yes, and welcome back to the 94 Club for your daily dose of country music. Hey look, this week we have officially moved into the pub to start recording videos. If you want to hear a bit more about this place, just check out my 1000 subscriber video. I'll kind of give you a little tour of the grounds and talk about what this place means as well, because there's a lot of sort of like family heritage that's gone into the build of this. Anyway, this week, who have we got coming up on the channel? Well, we've got Midland, Lost Dog Street Band, Tyler Childers, Coulter Wall, Hill Country Devil, Home Free and Nick Shoulders to take us into the weekend. Look, I'm excited. Let's just get straight into it. Right, so Lost Dog Street Band, we are back. This time we're going with War Inside of Me. I couldn't leave it too long before I reviewed Lost Dog Street Band again. Look, the last song that we checked out was Using Again. That was one of the most powerful songs I've ever heard. The message was crazy, the songwriting was unreal, and you could tell the way that he was performing is that really came through, I guess, from his past. All of the emotion in that was unreal. So we're going to check this one out. We're going to see what we think. I've got very high expectations. I've got the lyrics next to me. We're just going to get into this one now.
Song's about becoming a better person, a better man than I was. All of my addictions and selfishness and pride and lies. There's a war inside of yourself. You gotta choose and fight for who you want to be.
Just quickly before the song starts, I know he often writes from a place of sometimes desperation, sometimes struggle, but it's always incredibly heartfelt. So I feel like that's definitely where we're going with this song, and he's definitely sort of prepped us with that. You know, he said something pretty nice in there, which was it was about the conflict, I think, which is what he was talking about, the conflict in our own minds that we have to sort of navigate to realise who we are, and like he says, stop being selfish. You know, sometimes stop putting yourself first. Like, it's fine to celebrate yourself, but you know, don't put your own needs sometimes before others if they need you even more, kind of thing. We're going to listen to this. It's definitely going to be about the confliction in his mind and how he's going to navigate that. I think I'm going to resonate with this one quite a lot, but we'll see. We'll get into it. I'm looking forward to it.
I could have woke yesterday in the grave, could have choked on the smoke from my father's flame, but there's no need to stoke. There's a southern wind blowing this way. Dare me to do it, I'll go. I'll trade these pounds of flesh for a miserable ghost, and not much will change, but the way that you see me will, though. And I see it complete in my head, and I don't believe, but I like to pretend that the war inside of me will kill the man I've been.
We ain't going to pause this too much. I guess I want to touch on where we're at up until this point in the song. I think the important thing that he's saying here is, you know, even if he was to, I guess if he was to lose his life, then it still wouldn't change the situation. It still wouldn't remove any pain. You know, if he was a ghost, he'd just be a miserable ghost. and he's saying the way that you'll see me will change. And I don't know if whether he's talking to his like family and friends and saying that maybe like they're going to see him differently because they're going to not see him as, and I think, maybe I'm going completely the wrong way with this, but I think often when you think about people or memories in general of people or things that you've done, you don't necessarily remember the hard times and the bad stuff. You remember the good things, and I think maybe he's touching on that here. But let's carry on. It's a beautiful song, beautiful. And I don't know much about the violin, but she is making some extraordinary sounds with that, and it is very pleasing to listen to. And when she harmonises with Ben, it's beautiful. And they make such a good couple, because I only saw him before, but they make a really powerful duo. Let's carry on.
Sickness has poisoned my time, and I searched for a cure, and it blinded my sight. And I'm almost sure that I've had my fill for one life. And everything good was a lie. All my friends turned to snakes, and love turned to spite. And I held the blame, 'cause you couldn't carry its size. And I see it complete in my head, and I don't believe, but I like to pretend that the war inside of me will kill the man I've been. That the war inside of me will kill the man I have been.
So Ben writes the songs in your guys' band, and I feel like a lot of them are probably pretty personal.
It hits pretty hard. It hits pretty hard for a while. And then I get used to playing the songs, and it's a little bit easier to present after the initial wave of emotion of the song has kind of passed. Not to say that they don't still hold a very big depth, but it gets easier. And once you play that song out, it's the world's. It's not even like mine to, attach all my emotion to anymore.
Has there ever been one where you're like, I'm not going to play that? I'm not going to sing that?
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Definitely.
Okay, so now everybody's going to know there's a secret catalog of songs too personal that have to come out someday.
That he has a lot.
Right, I mean, should we talk about that one then properly? So I think it was nice. It was nice listening. I don't know her name. You just let me know what her name is in the comments. I'm sure I'll check it out after. But she tells a really nice story there. And if these are the ones that they feel like they can release, I would like to hear the other songs that are on. I guess they don't want to put out because they're too personal. But I kind of would like to hear them in a way, not to be nosy, but to relate to, because they obviously are. And I think when you listen to artists like Lost Dog Street Band, you get a connection with them unlike many other artists, because you connect so well with the message and the way that he's delivering it, and you know that these are things they're actually going through. And she touched on it at the end there. She said it's hard to play these out first time, but eventually you don't disconnect from them, but you understand that maybe people need these songs as much as we need them. So she sees why they need to put the message out there. And so it's super powerful. But, we'll dive back in, and we touched on, we got through the Miserable Ghost bit. Obviously that short chorus, which is, and I see it complete in my head. Now I don't believe, but I like to pretend that the war inside of me will kill the man that I have been. I think a lot of us that have dealt with depression and maybe anxiety to a degree, because I know there's a lead in there, but there is definitely an element of not liking who you are and wanting to become someone different. And I guess the confliction there is, if we change who we are, everyone is still going to perceive us as that old person that we used to be, and we don't even like that person anymore. So why should we deserve to, or why should we put ourselves through that? And I think that's why a lot of people move towns for a fresh start, get away, meet new people, become who they really want to be, and not get caught up in the old stuff. So he's saying this war inside of him will kill the man that he used to be, and he will come out of this a better person, because it's a war between who he wants to be and who he currently is, or who he used to be, and he's in that transitional phase right now. So, I mean, that chorus is beautiful. And then he goes, sickness has poisoned my time, which is depression, I would imagine. And I searched for a cure, and it blinded my sight, which is essentially, he searched for a cure to wipe away those feelings, and he ended up taking drugs, and drugs was the cure, and it blinded his sight. So actually that cure was potentially worse for him and not the escape that he needed. And I'm sure that I've had my fill for one life, and this is him saying, look, I know I've had more than enough sadness in my life and drugs as well, because he could potentially have OD'd. I don't know his backstory, so please do not quote me on it, but this is what I'm taking from the song. And he's saying, I've had my fill, so I've had more than enough. I do not want any more, and I'm not going to touch it again. And everything good was a lie. All my friends turned to snakes, and love turned to spite, and I held the blame because you couldn't carry its size. I think this is him kind of saying he got mixed up with the wrong people, and I know I've mixed myself in with wrong crowds at points in my life that you know, they challenge you and can lead you astray. I think you always have to fully understand who you are so you do not get led astray, but that's far easier said than done. But yeah, he's saying all my friends turned to snakes and love turned to spite, like nothing was true. When I tried to become a better person, they didn't like who I was becoming and turned on me. That's kind of what he's getting at. But honestly, I know I've spoke a lot at the end of this video, but it's an absolutely beautiful song, and it's a message that I think a lot of us need. Although I've never got into some of the stuff that I feel like Ben is talking about, I've definitely felt that conflict in my mind of wanting to become a better person. So, you know, I can definitely relate on that level. And I think it's absolutely brilliant. And I said in using again, there wasn't necessarily a solution, but I think through his songs, he talks about the hard times and the real lows, but he isn't just a one-song artist. You've got to listen to multiple songs before you can fully understand who Benjamin Todd, the Lost Dog Street Band. That's right. And I think it's his wife, right? You let me know. Because she seems very connected to him. But yeah, you really need to listen to more than just one song. You need to listen to an album, or, you know, I'm 2 songs in and I'm just uncovering who I think he might be. And he seems like an absolutely stand-up guy. Brilliant guy. And like I say, his wife is as well. So a beautiful duo. And I can't wait to listen to more. But to save me from going on too much, I'm going to end it here. But as always, if you like the video, like the video. I think there's a spider crawling over my lens. Hopefully that doesn't show up. Yeah, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, please. Hit that notification bell and you will stay up to date with all my latest videos. But for now, that's me. Thank you. Peace.